Maitland. To say that Leeds are playing with Southampton is the understatement of the season. Poor Southampton just don't know what day it is.
In the late 60s and early 70s, Leeds United swamped the rest of the First Division with their own version of football's ABC: arrogance, belligerence and class.
And we play all the way for Leeds United. Elland Road is the only place for us. With heart and soul for the goal that's clearly sighted. We're out to toast each other from that silver cup.
Lorimer! Oh!
Leeds United was formed in 1919 out of the ruins of the old Leeds City Club, expelled from the Football League after an illegal payment scandal. John Charles was United's most celebrated figure over their first 40 years. The wonderful Welshman, equally adept at centre-half or centre-forward, scored the goals that re-established Leeds in the First Division, before he left for Italy in 1957. While Charles became an idol there, his old club slipped back into the Second Division, before Don Revie was appointed player-manager. Revie had joined Leeds in 1958, 2 years after masterminding Manchester City's FA Cup victory with his Revie plan. His plan for Leeds took 2 years to materialise, but by 1963, when he signed Johnny Giles from Manchester United, Leeds were reborn.
I found the first day I went to Leeds an atmosphere that I hadn't known at Manchester United. There was a buzz around the place, a keenness and a will and an attention to detail that wasn't at Manchester. Manchester United wasn't run like that in those days. It was more off the cuff. And I liked it. They were in the Second Division, but there was an ambition and a drive that I'd first noticed straight away at Leeds.
Leeds were Second Division champions in Giles' first season. They were to make an immediate impact in the top flight. The sporting highlights of 1965 included Arkle winning the Cheltenham Gold Cup. Peter Thompson won the British Open Golf Championship for the 5th time. And cyclist Tommy Simpson was the BBC Sports Personality of the Year. Leeds United were chasing the First Division Championship.
Giles, and the first one, well, my goodness me. Clark just couldn't get up. And I think the referee having a word with Sprake saying that he must not move until the ball is played, and it'll be Eastham to take the kick. So let's just see what Eastham does with it. He curled it into the bottom corner. Eastham. Hunter. To Collins. And that's the second one for Leeds. A good, quick first-time shot there by Weston. Story. And it's the goal is in, yes, scored by Johansson. Oh, what's a beautiful goal scored by the inside left Temple with 31 minutes gone. Well, now the Everton fans chanting, easy, easy. My money, this looks awfully difficult now. Chance for the right half, he scored. Johansson is caught. Brilliantly taken goal by Johansson. Story Giles again. And it's for, yes, and Alan Peacock has done it.
But a home defeat over Easter cost Leeds the title. John Kennelly's goal meant Manchester United became champions instead. In their first season back in Division 1, Leeds had missed out only on goal average. But they were already tilting at more than one trophy. In the FA Cup, Leeds turned the tables on Manchester United in a semi-final replay.
And there's about 2, maybe 3 minutes left. And Manchester United piling back with all 11 in the penalty area or just on the fringe. Who's getting up to that one? A goal! A goal! Somebody scored! It's Bremner! It's Bremner! And there's Don Revie! There's Don Revie gone mad!
So Wembley welcomed Leeds United for the first time. Little Bobby Collins, architect and inspiration of Revie's first team, led them into the final against Liverpool. Bill Shankly's Liverpool were also striving to win the FA Cup for the first time. The teams locked horns for a goalless 90 minutes, then went into extra time.
Lawler to Hunt. Hunt across to Stevenson. Stevenson. Oh, here comes Byrne. Yes, a goal by Hunt. Roger Hunt has scored. And they've gone mad. And onto the field. They're invading the pitch. There's one fellow got on. One chap has got on. Here it, and what the sight. There's the Mersey's beat. And there's a man being arrested, but he doesn't care. E-I-N-E-O, we've scored a goal. Liverpool now can just hold the ball and take it easy, relax. Leeds have got to do all the chasing and fighting now. Can Hunt reach it? No. 5 minutes before we have a break in extra time. And there you see how much in trouble Story is. I think the Liverpool fans are chanting St John now. Oh, there's Charlton up with the attack. Now Bremner, he's equalised. There's Billy Bremner, the man who scored so many important goals. He got the goal that sent Leeds to Wembley. And there the Leeds fans are happy that he's got the goal. It's made it 1 each. 10 minutes between us and an FA Cup final replay. 1 goal each. And now through to St John. And the corner given away by Hunter. No, it's not a corner, is it? Did it go over the line? Yep, it did. Now, short corner taken back to Stevenson. Up comes Byrne, the left back. Come Liverpool again. Not hurrying things, because the team that panics now will lose this cup final. It's out to Callaghan. He's taking it too far. It's a goal! It's a goal! And over the barriers they come. Here they come.
And up came Leeds to receive their losers' medals, runners-up in both League and Cup. But in the all-white strip Revie had modelled on Real Madrid, his young team had served notice that they were going to be around for the next 10 years. 1966 was the year England lifted the World Cup. In boxing, flyweight Walter McGowan also became a world champion. And America's Jim Ryan broke the world mile record. Leeds United were also in a hurry.
10 minutes of the second half gone. Leeds piling under pressure, leading 2-0. It's a good throw to Giles. And Giles, has he? Where's the referee? Yes, he has. Giles has scored. The inside left. Going to be teed up, I think, for Giles. Just there goes Giles. Then a goal. Goal number 4.
But Reeves' team had to be content with second place again, this time 6 points behind Liverpool. In the FA Cup, Tommy Docherty's Chelsea fledglings beat Leeds in the 4th round at Stamford Bridge.
Up goes Osgood. Graham hit the post, a goal! Tambling number 11.
This was also Leeds' first season in Europe. They reached the semi-final of the Old Fairs Cup before losing a playoff to Real Zaragoza. 1967, and Celtic become the first British club to win the European Champions Cup. In the Grand National, the carnage at Aintree left the 100-to-1 outsider Foynaven a clear run to victory as the others fell around him. Henry Cooper was the BBC viewers' favourite, while work went on at Elland Road.
Get set, go! Come on, that's better. Come on, put him on the bench, bend down and put him down, don't drop them. Come on, you can do him. Come on. Put him down on the bench, well done.
Les Cocker's punishing training schedules were pushing Leeds through new barriers. Now they were starting each and every season, chasing 4 trophies.
In goes Belfort, and a goal! Well, moving down the left wing. Oh, great shot! Goal! Oh, he scored! It's a shot scored by Hibbert.
4th place this time in the First Division, but in the FA Cup, Leeds' sights were set on Wembley again. In the semi-final at Villa Park, Leeds' ambition was again thwarted by Chelsea's precocious talent, in a repeat of the previous season's 4th round result. But the match would end in muddled controversy.
Oh, Cook boxing them all. Great dribbler, this boy. Haley, a great goal! Greenhoff. Bremner, chance for Cooper. Yes, he goes offside. He's offside. He is offside. And Reedy. Surely Greenhoff. Oh, what an defence by Chelsea. And it's thrown to Leeds. What tremendous excitement in these dying seconds. Chelsea have every man back, and Hunter being pulled back by Tambling. I bet Don Reedy wishes he could be up there with him, and Les Cocker sitting on his right. 11 Chelsea players in their own penalty area. A minute to go. Giles with a free kick. Lorimer. A goal! He's scored! A great goal! No, he's disallowed it. He has disallowed it. He's disallowed it. Oh, really? What? He's disallowed it. And I think you'd have to look through the rule books backwards to find a reason.
Reeves' despair was partially relieved by Leeds reaching the Fairs Cup final, which was held over to the beginning of the following season.
Giles for Leeds. To Hunter. Norman Hunter, English international. O'Grady with this corner. Oh, almost into his own net by Grinchich, number 3. Charlton. Dennis off the line again.
Leeds did everything but score at Elland Road, so Dinamo Zagreb's 2-0 win in Yugoslavia meant they collected the trophy. But Leeds were getting closer to genuine success. 1968, and hurdler David Hemery struck gold at the Olympic Games in Mexico. Boxer Chris Finnegan also brought a gold medal back to Great Britain. And Colin Cowdrey scored a century in his 100th test. At last, there would be joy too for Leeds United. They were attacking again on 4 fronts. Johnny Giles put them ahead against Manchester City and then made the second goal for Jack Charlton. Leeds finished 4th in the table and lost to Everton in the semi-final of the FA Cup. The League Cup, though, had a happier ending. Leeds' Wembley opponents were Arsenal, themselves approaching a vintage period in their history under Bertie Mee. The two clubs would be great adversaries over the next 5 years. But in 1968, Leeds were that bit more hardened than the North Londoners, and better equipped to handle a gruelling final in which 1 goal was always going to be enough. When it came, it meant the world to Leeds. The scorer was fullback Terry Cooper, but had Leeds taken on too much?
Well, possibly because we had so many games in the last few weeks when the players were getting tired and jaded after a tremendous season. With 5 games to go, we're still involved in the chance of winning the 4 major tournaments, as you would say.
In fact, Leeds won 2 of those trophies. The Fairs Cup final, again held over, saw Leeds in dark shirts beat Ferencváros in the first leg at Elland Road thanks to that scramble goal by Mick Jones. The second leg was played in Budapest.
And Charlton begins to lumber up toward, and now striding out at top speed for the penalty area. There he is, number 5. In goes Jones. Oh, and it hit the bar, with the whole of the Ferencváros defence watching open-mouthed and amazed. In goes Albert. What a great chance! Hey, oh, Serki. It's like Novak, though I still wouldn't mind having a little bet on... No, it's Novak. Oh, what a save by Sprigg. Novak was the man who hit it. Rakashi. Albert. Gaga. It's the side netting.
So now Billy Bremner raised a European trophy to go with the League Cup. Now he and Leeds crave for the big prize, the First Division Championship. 1969 was a great year for British sport. Anne Jones won Wimbledon. The Open Golf Championship was won by our own Tony Jacklin. And Jackie Stewart roared to the World Motor Racing Championship. Add to that parade of champions the name of Leeds United.
Hunter putting it back. Hunter again, and still the pressure is on Leeds United. Cooper. Hibbett to O'Grady. Jones has got a lot of time. Great save either by McNabb, who's stopping and blowing there, or Wilson. I think perhaps Wilson got his hands to it. Charlton, a goal! He's got it again. There must have been about 5 men on the goal line.
The 1968-69 season remains the finest in Leeds United's league history. The rest of the First Division were reduced almost to the role of bystanders.
The penalty! The penalty! No, that bounced badly for Tommy Wright. He had to handle it. There was no doubt. And so, his crafty customer, Johnny Giles, to take the penalty for Leeds United. Osborne on the right wing. Oh, a great goal! A beautiful goal by Royal. What a goal by this 19-year-old Joe Royal. Both these teams now beginning to tire, and one doesn't wonder at that. No matter how fit they are, and they both are superbly fit. It's been a tremendous test of stamina. Mr. Bremner, here's Charlton. Madeley and Gray. Oh, no doubt about that.
Leeds were now in a phenomenal run, which was to take them from the middle of October until the end of the season without a single league defeat. Against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, they took the lead through Mike O'Grady, but had to be content with a point when Dave Sexton's developing team equalised through Peter Osgood. Still in London, Leeds took the lead at Highbury as well, through their dependable centre-forward Mick Jones. Although Arsenal came back to equalise through George Graham, later to be their manager, the championship came that bit closer as Giles nudged Leeds to victory. They were now approaching a points record.
And get another Leeds attack. Cooper. Giles, again being forced to play it across the line of the defence, and the defence retreats into the penalty area. Jones, yes! Charlton. One of the highs today. Almost got the defence in a tackle too. Reedy. Madeley. Giles. Reedy. Yes! What a wonderful goal!
But the great thing about that championship year was that we had to go to Liverpool on the Monday night. There were 2 games left, Liverpool and then Nottingham Forest at home on the Wednesday. We had to go, and then Liverpool line second. If they'd beaten us, that had still a chance of getting the championship. We went there, and it was one of the best defensive exhibitions I think I've ever seen in my life. I took a bit of a gamble. I played Terry Cooper tight on Callaghan, and I played Paul Reaney tight on Thompson, and we played Paul Madeley in front of Jack Charlton and Norman Hunter to shut the service off to Ian St John, and it worked a dream. And at the end of the match, Billy went to our supporters at the bottom end, where there must have been about 89,000 Leeds supporters there, and he came to the dugout and he said to me, "Great, boss," and he jumped on me. I said, "Oh, it's fantastic, so at last we've got the championship." And I said, "Take them to the Kop." "Oh, no," he said, "I can't do that." So he walked them for the Kop. I'd never seen a sight like it. He walked them from the halfway line towards the Kop. When they got to the 18 yards box, the Kop just went deathly quiet, 27,000 people. And he walked and he walked and he walked till he got right on the dead ball line, only about 6 yards from them now, from the middle of the Kop. And they lifted one chap up on the shoulders and he started singing Champions. And the 27,000 immediately picked up this Champions, and they kept our players there for 5 minutes, clapping and roaring Champions to them. And they'd just lost the championship, which I thought was fantastic.
Reeves Leeds, men like Gary Sprake, Paul Reaney, Terry Cooper, had won it with the best First Division record of the century. Only 2 defeats all season and a total of 67 points. Now Bremner and his troops had crossed an important frontier.
But I remember more important what took place after that was the fact that, I don't say we were negative, but some people looked at it as a negative side. But from then on, the boss then decided that, we had more flair than a lot of people anticipated, and therefore from 69 till about 74, we were let off the leash a little bit, in the sense that we didn't concern ourselves with the opposition as much, and we just went out and played our own natural game. And I thought in them 3 or 4 years we played some of the best football that the country's seen for a long, long time.
1970, World Cup year in Mexico, and that unforgettable save from Pelé by England goalkeeper Gordon Banks. Australians dominated Wimbledon. John Newcombe was the handsome champion among the men. Margaret Court just as supreme among the women. Before defending their title, Leeds won the Charity Shield, beating FA Cup holders Manchester City at Elland Road.
Bremner to Gray, and it's a goal! Now racing towards the goal line as it comes across, and it's a goal! Another trophy for Leeds United in this incredible run of success.
Right, I want 1 or 2 change sprints now. I shall change. I want you to change over with the fellas across. All right? Don't jump the gun, Jack.
Early in that 1969-70 season, Leeds extended their unbeaten run of First Division games to 34, a record later beaten by Nottingham Forest. But this year, the league was not top priority.
I think after the 68-69 season, Don Revie actually said, we're going to go for the Cup this year and the European Cup. He made a conscious decision to do that. In other words, we'll relax a little bit in the league. We were never really in the championship race that year. Everton went well ahead of us in the championship race. And I think when you win the championship, it's very hard to maintain that enthusiasm to go again at the start of the next season. And I think Don Revie felt that we wouldn't have that enthusiasm, so we'd play the league matches, but we'd really go for the Cup and the FA Cup when it started, when it came round. And that's what we did. We were never in the championship race, so that wasn't a disappointment.
Neither was Leeds' early season form. Tottenham Hotspur, including a certain Jimmy Greaves, were just one of the teams put to the sword.
John Giles, a beauty to Norman Hunter. And it's a goal! Beautiful goal by Bremner! And it's a goal! A beautiful goal from Clark! Spurs coming. Look at the space that Greaves has now. Greaves! He must do it, yes, he's got one. Jimmy Greaves coming through. A minute to go, and a penalty to Leeds United. Leading at the moment, 2 goals to 1. Handball by Collins, a penalty to Bring Giles. Well, the schoolboys watching, the ideal way there to take a penalty. Brett Clark!
Jones laying it on for Bates, and up front is Clark. He's not offside.
Lorimer Jones. A goal. Yes, a goal. Nick Jones the scorer. Beanie. Leeds players never stopped running. Up goes Jones. A goal! Royal. Whittle. He scored. A good goal. Well taken by Whittle. Hunter to Bremner. Weenie going up the right and Jones down the middle. Oh, and a lucky boy. It's a goal. Scored by Clark. He nipped in before Harris. Collins. Oh, he deserved it. He deserved it. Webb. That's 2-1. Bremner, number 4. Number 10, Giles. Bates. Cooper. A great goal by Cooper. Giles to take it. First match of his season for Hughes. He's got to face a penalty, and it's a goal. Oh, and might want it now, Lorimer. Great chance for 4-2. Is it? Yes, it's a goal. Put in by Harris. 4-2. Number 10, Giles. Brendan Jones is 5!
Eddie Gray's 2 goals against Burnley in April said much about Leeds' more spontaneous, unfettered approach. The heat was off for once in the league, and Eddie produced one of the most glittering moments of the whole Reevy era, with what some experienced professionals called the best goal they'd ever seen. As Giles said, Leeds conceded their title to Everton and went about chasing cup glory. Sutton in Surrey was an unlikely backdrop to their FA Cup campaign.
This is Hunter. Giles. Hunter. Clark. Too easy for Clark then. Lorimer. Oh yes, a goal. Lorimer. Number 3, scored by Clark. Madeley. Lorimer. Clark. And again. Clark well left. Lorimer. Oh, he wanted too much time, did he? No. He wanted a lot of time. The ball ran for him, and he took his time as well. Faulkner. Always the one mistake he's made, and he's in trouble now, and the defence is too. There's Clark. Rifled in.
An in-swinger from Eddie Gray. No challenge from Leeds United. There's a chance now, and it's in. Johnny Giles. Lorimer, the chance to break. Not many defenders there. 3 against 3. Jones, if he can get there, and he does. Clark, what a goal! What a beautiful goal!
Horsfield, Madeley, Butler, it's Rogers, Giles for Leeds, and back come Leeds again. Hunter. Oh, this is hopeless. Clark! Again beaten in the air, a total piece of misjudgment. Jones. Clark's there, so too is Giles, and there's Gray. Clark! What a goal! What a goal! Magnificent! Superb goal!
In the semi-final against Manchester United, Billy Bremner scored a late winner in the second replay at Burnden Park, just as he had at the same stage against the same opponents 5 years earlier. Leeds were back at Wembley, and as always, tickets would be hard to come by for the new generation of supporters that Leeds had now gathered. One man who would not be there was fullback Paul Reaney, who broke his leg in a league match at West Ham just 9 days before the final. They wouldn't be washing his kit as they prepared the Wembley strip.
Sorry? Yeah, it's in paper this morning. Oh, well, we've just got Paul Reaney out. Oh, sad about Paul.
Meanwhile, Leeds had been involved in their first crack at the European Champions Cup, and what a start they made against the Norwegian champions Lyn Oslo at Elland Road.
And Grady. Grady. Now Reaney, number 2 for Leeds. Jones, and number 2 for Leeds it really is. Clark calling for a centre. There's Jones, and it's 3-0. Clark took up position well, and he's going to get the 4. Giles. It's another. Bremner. And Bremner. Take it up for Giles, and there's another. Jones with a chance, and hit both posts. Cooper to Bremner. Bremner. That was it, he's done it! Bremner has got the 10th goal in the last minute.
That 10-goal salvo, followed by a 6-0 win in the second leg, had the Leeds dressing room fired up by the incentive of becoming European champions. The fierce togetherness and corporate spirit in the camp helped them to overcome Ferencváros and Standard Liège. The family atmosphere, so passionately presided over by Reevy, stubbornly answered critics of Leeds' sometimes cynical approach.
I was still watching for the wife, and I said, that's what we get when they're paying for that.
But in Scottish champions Celtic, Leeds met their match in the semi-final. In the first leg at Elland Road, one of 8 matches Leeds played in the space of 15 days, there was no doubt that Celtic were the fresher side. They scored after just 90 seconds when George Connolly's shot was deflected past Sprake, and they held that lead until the end. Before Leeds could think about the second leg in Glasgow, they had a more pressing engagement on their mind. The team bus was on its way to Wembley for the FA Cup final, in which these battle-weary Leeds players would start favourites against Chelsea. But the climate was closing in on Leeds. Reevy's face reflected the strain he and his team had been under as they waited in the Wembley tunnel. Even the likes of Billy Bremner could only function at full throttle for so many big games in such a short space of time. Fixture congestion had undoubtedly conspired against Leeds, prisoners of their own success. But would it affect their performance at Wembley? As it turned out, Leeds strode across the scarred Wembley pitch in their most majestic fashion.
Bremner to Gray. Clark in the middle, so too is Jones. Lorimer. Bremner. Number 10, Giles. Gray. Gray just being a little slow on the ball. He's caught in possession about 3 times. And Madeley to Lorimer, number 7. Oh, a great shot. Oh, that really moved. And what a save. That's why I said Lorimer, 35 yards from the goal, and he's dynamite. Corner kick to Leeds. And Charlton again in the accustomed position on the goal line. McCready with him and Osgood. 20 minutes gone, no score. And it's a goal! It's a goal! I think it's Charlton. 20 minutes, Leeds have taken the lead. And watch it again now. Watch this ball come over the in-swinger. And as they all go up, it's Charlton right off the fist. And it's McCready missing the kick. Charlton getting the header. So 5 minutes from half-time. Jackie Charlton was the scorer for Leeds. Houseman, Buick scored! 41 minutes, and Sprake has let in a sitter. And just look at this shot. There was no danger at all as Houseman hit it through a crowd of players. Sprake has it covered, and look what a tragedy for the Welsh international goalkeeper. So, Houseman, who got 2 in the semi-final, has pulled Chelsea up by their bootlaces when they seemed to be getting lower and lower and lower, and equalised 4 minutes from half-time. This is Gray with the ball. Lorimer. That was really moving. Peter Lorimer. He could only have got on top of the ball, got right over it, kept it low. Gray. Webb committed himself too soon then. Cooper's coming up in support inside. Here's Cooper. Giles. Certainly Leeds United have cracked him in. That was Johnny Giles. And the tension mounting now. The 90 minutes draws to a close. To give a goal away now, there's pretty little chance of pulling it back. Now Baldwin. Anybody who does give a goal away now will find that they perhaps won't have time for the equaliser. Nice Giles. So I should imagine now that both teams will try and play it tight, almost play for extra time now. Except Leeds, who seem to want to go forward all the time. Remnant to Giles. Clark, it's hit the post. A goal, Jones. Jones has done it. And Jones has gone berserk. 7 minutes to go, and watch this. Brenda sending it to Giles. Rather, watch Clark headed, it hits the post. It comes out, and it looks as if the chance has gone. Lorryman, in comes Jones, and that one slotted just inside the post. So Jones has made it 2-1 for Leeds. 7 minutes to go. And Don Revie almost ran onto the pitch, I think. So 5 minutes left. 5 minutes between Leeds and the cup. Now then, it's a free kick to Chelsea. Right, now it's a case of all up. Dempsey's going up, number 5. Webb's going up. Render calling his men back. And to Hollins with the free kick. Hutchinson, a goal!
Charlton's lament at Chelsea's late equaliser was understandable. It meant a replay, but that would have to wait 2.5 weeks. No sooner had Bremner and his team arrived back in Leeds than they were off again. This time travelling north for the second leg of that European Cup semi-final against Celtic, the following Wednesday at Hampden Park, Glasgow. Now aching limbs and tired minds had to be put aside as Revie spoke in private to his jaded team.
The danger men up front that we've got to see to at Hampden Park is little Jimmy Johnson outside right, who's a good little player. And I feel that this lad's improved so much that he doesn't run into trouble all the time now, that when he beats one man or two, then he lifts his head and has a look up and knocks it off. He will never ever come at you when there's a man tucked in behind you. But whenever you're left by yourself, then he's prepared to have a go at you, and he's very, very quick. So the thing we've got to do is get close enough to Jimmy Johnson so that he doesn't start these twists and turns and start pulling players out of position. And every time he gets it, then I want you, Norman, tucked in at the back at Hampden Park, behind Terry Cooper, so he knocks it off square, then we can pick the people up with less ability.